everyone, I'm Megan. I haven't posted in a little bit. That's because I've been busy with stuff on the group channel, which I need to start linking. Anyway, today we're going to be doing another makeup video, but it's going to be a little bit different, seeing as it's not going to be a tutorial. I'm just going to be doing my makeup while talking about how the beauty community is in shambles, which means it's my time to rise up as a makeup person. We're gonna take over the makeup community. It's just kind of chilled, laid back, you know. Got my headphones in for a better mic until I finally get the stuff that I've been planning to get for like 3 weeks now. Let's be honest, but I didn't mean to look kind of like an e-girl 2 videos in a row, but that's just what we're working with right now, you know. Kevin's streaming right now, but I gotta get this done. Because if I don't... Anyway, I don't really know what look we're going to be going for today. I'll like flash up products. I'm using all the same products I've used in every makeup video. So, I'm not really going to like go in depth and explain them again. I'm just going to be like, this is what we're using or whatever. But, yeah, so, I don't know how many of you guys watching have Twitter, or watch, like, makeup videos on YouTube, but, if you have not been keeping up, the beauty community has once again exploded full of drama. And I cleaned these recently, they smell like rose water. Everything's a mess always, and I feel like at this point we shouldn't be surprised. But I feel like a lot of this is just going to be kind of like my thoughts and opinions on it. I'm not going to be like showing evidence. I'll link you to a few videos that I've watched from some of my favorite creators. Angelica Oles has been doing videos on this. It's Keisha has been doing videos on this. I'll link you to their videos. Actually, I'll probably just link you to the channel. They're the most recent videos. I loved watching Smoky Glow's videos on this. I think there was someone else. I don't really remember, I'll be honest. But, everything's a mess, always, I'm noticing. And as much as a lot of bad stuff have come out on, just from being on Twitter, as much as I hate the site, I think I'm finally starting to understand how to not care about things. Because I'm usually one of those people, I have always been, where I want to know details of everything, always. But after the amount of information that has been force-fed to me these last few months, I could not care less about anything at this point. Like, right now, I don't care. I think we're gonna go orange. Why not? But I am sick and tired of the amount of drama that comes out of the beauty community. But here's the thing. Everyone likes to blame the entire community. It's not the whole community. I know for a fact it's the same people over and over again. Shane Dawson isn't even in the beauty community. He has never once cared about makeup. And I'll be honest, I own both of the Conspiracy palettes. I own Conspiracy and I own Mini Controversy. I fell into that very same trap that millions of people fell into. Now, I'll get into that later. But basically, alright, so if you have not been caught up, I'm not going to do a full recap because A, that should be an episode of a podcast. B, if you don't know by now, I can't help you. You're better off not knowing at this point. But basically, let's do a quick recap. Last year, Tati Westbrook, who I'd never even heard of until this whole thing happened, she was an unproblematic beauty person, which is probably why I never heard of her. And she dropped this 45-minute video on James Charles called Bi Sister. This is what started the whole Karmaggedon, Bi Sister scandal, which I don't know. Anyway, 2 main points. I didn't watch that full video. I don't plan on watching Tati's full video now. I only watch drama channels and commentary people because I can't be bothered to go watch his videos myself. I don't have time for that. I'd rather watch someone's 20-minute recap versus the full 40 thing. And honestly, I don't know Tati. I still don't really know Tati. I don't really care about Tati personally. Whatever happens, happens, man. I'm not gonna just go watch that video. Anyway, so she dropped this video, and the 2 takeaways I got it from watching people's channels are that James Charles is a not even like terrible person. Well, I mean, kind of. Basically, she was upset because he didn't want to promote her brand of pills, but promoted someone else's pills. But what I didn't understand was the fact that he didn't want pills for hair care. So, I do understand why she was kind of upset, because, like, he said that he wasn't going to promote them because he has kids on his channel, and he doesn't want to, like, be a bad influence. But then goes and promotes some other pills. That I do see as that being hypocritical. However, what I didn't understand was just because someone doesn't promote you one time doesn't mean you need to drop a full 45-minute video on them. Like, yeah, my friends don't always support, like, watching my YouTube videos every single time they're uploaded. But I know that, but I'm not gonna, like, drop a expose video on them because they're not, like, my true friends. Like, what? Also, the other thing is he may or may not be hitting on straight people, and there may not be allegations. Also, I should probably put a trigger warning before this. We will be talking about sexual assault and the allegations with that, and also racism and sexism, and yeah. Dramageddon and Karmageddon are real. But, anyway. So, I didn't completely understand her anger because, I'll be honest, I probably would have done the same thing. Like, if I needed sleeping pills, I'm not going to promote hair care pills. And Shane and Jeffree only promoted them once. And then they went, like, they didn't, like, continuously promote them. I don't know, that whole video didn't make any sense to me, honestly. But the one that people were really latched onto was, I'll be honest, I was never on Tati's side to begin with, because I don't know Tati. I don't really know who she is, I'd never heard of her, so I never was on her side. I didn't really take James's side, but I did sympathize with him because, I don't know, if it's promote your friend's brand that you don't need versus tickets to Coachella. This is gonna sound terrible, but I think I want to go on the tickets to Coachella because they got him in and I got tickets to Coachella. I just thought that whole thing was weird. And then Jeffree Star just started going crazy with all these allegations. Like, he's a danger to society, he needs to be locked up. These are direct quotes from his Twitter, by the way. No, I'm not going to go find them. You can find them in other people's videos. So, yeah. Basically, and then James finally, like, clapped back with all the receipts, whatever you want to call them, proof, saying, like, hey, yeah, no, this is not true. So, that was done for a while. Now, here we are at what's called Karmaggedon. So, I don't understand why. Basically, this is all happening because Jeffree Star is a person in his mid-30s threatened by well, he's now 21, but at the time he was like 19, by this kid. James Charles, yeah, he's 21, but he's still a kid. And, yeah, while I do think that fame was starting to get to his head, I don't think it warranted having allegations against him. Like, I don't know. I also don't think it needed to be a public video either. Okay, so basically, I don't know. This shit's kind of confusing because the issue is there is this infamous voice note. Now, this voice note is important because I'm going to say alleged because I don't know if it exists or not, and by that I mean it could very well exist, and if there is a victim or two out there of James Charles, of course, they do not need to come forward. If I was a victim during all of this, I would absolutely not come out. Absolutely not. Because I don't want to be involved with this at all. And would it clear up things? Yeah, but no, it's not worth it. Because there are going to be, well, essentially it would, I don't even know where I'm going with this, but at this point, if I was a victim, I wouldn't have come out. So if there is a victim, I absolutely do not blame them for not wanting to at all. And the voice note that people have been, Jeffree Star has been going around with this voice note, and this alleged James Charles victim. So he's just stirring the pot. He's stirring the pot again. And he is, what I don't understand is, if there really is a victim out there, why are you using it as blackmail and leverage against people to get them on your side? And the answer is because it's because it's Jeffree Star. That's just what Jeffree Star does. He is threatened by this kid, and I don't even know why. Why are you threatened by James Charles? Yeah, he's grown up a lot, and now he gets to watch the adults tear each other's stories apart. So honestly, I hope everything comes out a-okay for James, because he doesn't even need to make a video or anything. He is watching them tear each other apart. Now, 2 days ago, Tati finally released a video. Now, what kind of bothers me is everyone was like, who asked for this? Who wanted this video? There's bigger problems going on in the world. And I just want to say to those people, you did. All of you asked for videos. Because when she was silent, y'all like, why aren't you speaking up? Why aren't you, doing this? But now that she has spoken up, it's not what you wanted to hear, so now you're getting mad at her. The people, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter and YouTube just saying, well, who wanted this? Who said we wanted this? And that's where I say a lot of people wanted this. A lot of people wanted her to make a response, But now that she has one, now it's like, well, no one wanted that. We didn't want a response. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, you did. You wanted a response. People have been coming after her for a while now to try and get a response. But now that she has a response, you guys are like, oh, we didn't want a response. And I say that's a fucking lie. You're lying. But yeah, essentially the whole point is I hate the internet. The internet it's great in so many ways, but it's worse in so many more. This whole video is just going to be me doing eyeshadow. This is pretty. It's kind of sunsetty. It wasn't really what I was trying to go for, but let's be honest, I don't know what the fuck I was trying to go for. But I just see so many, I don't even know whose side to take on this, because Tati talked about how she was being manipulated by Shane and Jeffree. Now, I'm going to be honest, I'm not surprised. because there have been multiple people who have come out and said, yeah, Jeffree Star has manipulated me. So at this point, I am not surprised if people are coming out and saying that they have been manipulated by Jeffree, because when he doesn't get his way, that's what he does. Ooh, that looked good. When he doesn't get his way, he pulls all the blackmailing techniques out that he can to get said way. Now, I think that is a terrible thing, that you have to blackmail people to get your way, but what do I know? I'm just a dumb kid on the internet messing up makeup. Well, I've got to be careful. Jeffree might be threatened by me. Nah, he won't be. I'm a nobody. But I just find it so interesting that all these people are like, oh, we didn't ask for this. I'm like, yes, y'all did. But yeah, so Tati talked about how she was manipulated, and honestly, I don't know how true this entire video is, but that part I do believe, because there have been multiple people who have come out and stated, yeah, I was manipulated by Jeffree Star. Like, Blair White is one of the names that comes off at the top of my head. There's someone else, but I'll be honest, I can't actually remember what their name is. But there have been a few people who have come forward about this. Oh, Creepshow Art. She didn't come out saying she was manipulated by Jeffree. That was just someone else whose videos I've been watching on this, because I can't be bothered to watch the videos myself. But Tati, that is not Creepshow Art, she also talked about her sexual assault and abuse and whatnot, and she stated as to that's why she believed Shane and Jeffree when they said all these things about James. And she, obviously already having been in that situation, wanted it more as a warning. She states that the Bye Sister video wasn't meant to cancel James, it was just meant to be a warning to James, saying, hey, your ego's getting out of check, you need to, like, tone it down a little bit. Now, Shane went on live, which is a terrible idea. If you are part of a drama situation and you are trying to make a case for yourself, don't live react to the other person's video, because you are incriminating yourself. And that's exactly what Shane did. He was on live for like 2 minutes. I have seen the whole clip. No, I will not be inserting it because A, I don't know how to do that. B, I can't be bothered to learn. Yet, at least. It's him going around his, like, mansion, just, like, freaking out. And he honest to God, he says nothing of value. You know, everything he says could have just not been said, because there would have been no difference. How's that look? That looks good. He spends 2 minutes just saying absolutely nothing. He literally says nothing. He calls her, okay, so he yells at the TV and calls Tati a manipulator for using her sexual assault story as an excuse as to why she believed Shane and Jeffree when she was first told about all the allegations against James. But Shane, that's what you did in your apology video. So why is it okay for you to do it, but not for her to do it? There's a little bit of hypocrisy there. Also, can we just talk about Trisha for a second? Trisha, honey, I've seen some of the statements you've made about minors on Twitter. This Sit this one out, sweetie. This is not your game. Coach put her on the bench. But yeah, she's just been going off against Tati because Jeffree Star and Shane are her friends. But notice how she's always tearing down other girls. She's always tearing down other women. She never defends other women. She always tears them down. But when it comes to her guy friends, she's like, oh, just excuse them. You know, she's like the definition of society saying boys will be boys. Trisha, honey, how are you even relevant at this point? I don't even know. She's more relevant than me, I'll give her that. To be fair, though, I haven't made it yet. But I just find it so interesting that she and Gabby Hanna have a lot in common, and I don't think she wants to admit to that. Because anytime there is drama, they always end up in it. And I understand that you want to defend your friend and, like, stand by them. But maybe don't stand against known racists and pedophiles. Yeah, let's not do that. Can we denormalize standing toxic people? Like, I feel like we shouldn't even have to say that at this point. But here we are, saying that, because apparently it needs to be said. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. I guess what I don't understand is, I don't even know. It's just like everything. Like everyone who still supports Shane. There was some girl who still supports him because he bought her an iPad. Because she, like, was looking at an iPad. And I don't even remember what the story was, but some girl got an iPad because he bought it for her, like, in the Apple store. And he's like, he's still a good person, guys. I'm like, no? Buying someone an iPad doesn't mean they're a good person? People really just be using anything to try and make sure their fave doesn't get canceled. And honestly, I feel like Shane should have been canceled a long time ago. And I've been watching all the stuff come out about him. I've never even realized. Like, I didn't like him to begin with because, I'll talk about that later. I'll talk about the different day. Like, I didn't like him to begin with, but I slowly started liking him, and then, I fell into the capitalist trap that was, buying the products. And I'll be honest, I didn't want to admit it at the time, but the conspiracy palette's an ugly fucking palette. It really is. But I'm still going to use it, because they already have my money, and I spent money on that. I don't really want to trash it. Same thing with the other, like, couple Jeffree palettes I have. I'm not going to trash them, because he already has the money. There's no reason for me to waste my money on it. But definitely won't be buying anything else, ever from either of them, and I don't think any of us should. Why are we supporting this? Why do people still support this? You have the Smiths, one of the most chillest families, pissed at him. Like, yeah, I'm not a big fan of, like, Jade and Willow, and they've grown up a lot, honestly. But that video, Shane, and YouTube demonetized all 3 of his channels. Like, fully, like, not just a video, like, the channel. So he's not making money ad-wise, but he still has sponsors. You know, why? Don't even get me started on Jeffree. I don't see why they can't just be deleted off the platform. They should be. I have a long list of people that should not be on this platform anymore. And the only one who's left is Onision, because he left himself. And now he's back after a month break. So, yeah. YouTube, I don't know what you're doing, but I don't like the game you're playing. But here we are. There's not much I can do about it. And it just kind of bothers me that they still have support. Oh, it was a long time ago. Pedophilia has never been funny. I don't know why it would be excused now. And, yeah. Jenna Marbles had a racist past as well. But she is actively proven that she is grown. And, I'm white, so I can't really accept apologies for someone. But Jeffrey hasn't grown any. He continuously says he's different, but then he'll take 3 steps back. He threatened Jackie Heina, and that wasn't that long ago. And whether racist jokes have been funny or whatever, yeah, it may have been a different time, but now is the time to own up for it. And I don't know about you, but having a bad childhood does not constitute being a terrible person and being a pedophile. I don't know. Hot take maybe, but I don't think that's even really what is a good excuse. Honestly, probably most of this video is probably going to be unedited, simply because I've talked so goddamn fast. And another thing about the palettes, I never saw the trailers, so I didn't know that it was supposed to be more drama-oriented than it was. So I kept seeing all these people that were, really upset about the drama, and I started, 3 episodes in, so I fell to the marketing scheme. I'm not even gonna fake. I fell to the marketing scheme, and now I'll probably do it again for something else, but it won't be them, that's for sure. But yeah, I highly encourage you guys to unsub, unfollow, because honestly, unfollow Tati too. I don't know if I even trust anybody at this point. I think a lot of people are trusting her, just right off the bat. I'm going to be a little bit more wary of it because I never even heard of her until last year because of the first round of this. So I don't know who to believe. But, yeah, I don't know how, accurate her statements are. But she did say that she can't really talk too much about it or release evidence or anything because her and James have a I don't even know if it's a lawsuit, but she's got some court stuff and she's been talking with lawyers and whatnot. And honestly, whether you accept her apology or not, it doesn't really matter because the apology is public apology to James. And James already accepted it behind the scenes. In fact, he actually wanted to be in the video, but she said she needed to stand alone for this, which I commend her for, If it were me, yeah, James, come here. I don't want to sit here alone. But I don't know what to think, honestly. I'm not sure about a lot of things. Because at this point, it still is he said, she said. And, what also bothers me is that everyone's been going really hard on Shane. Which they should. He deserves it. But we're forgetting Jeffree again. And this is what Jeffree wants. Jeffree is... Jeffree wants... I feel... Okay, hot take, maybe. But I don't think Jeffree and Shane are friends. I think it was just a business thing. And Jeffree has been sticking with Shane because whenever things were going right, Jeffree always says, Shane and I. But as soon as Shane's in some hot water, he's gone. He is gone. He's like, I've got to go to the pudding store for pudding. Comment down below if you get that reference. If you don't, look it up or get better tasting music. I don't know. No, that's mean. But I don't think they were ever really friends. I think Shane saw it as a business opportunity, and I think he could have potentially thought of it as real friendship. But because he keeps defending Jeffree. Jeffree ain't doing shit to help Shane. And I honestly think that Jeffree is slipping through the cracks again. He's going to get away with stuff again, like he always does. I think why people are going so much harder on Shane is Shane was like the golden boy of YouTube for 10 years. So we just like expect this out of Jeffree. And we shouldn't. We shouldn't. Why are we letting him slip through the cracks once again? I think this drama has gotten way out of hand. Because at this point, it's not even drama. Excuse me while I fuck up lipstick. And I know this is going to be a long video. I'm fully prepared for it to not do well, simply because it is so long. But I feel like some of this stuff just needs to be said. And I'm getting lipstick on my teeth is what I'm doing. I know this has just been me, like, I've been going on for like 40 minutes of me ranting. And the only somewhat nice, it came out pretty, but yeah, I'm tired. I'm not even trying to keep up with this stuff at this point. It's just all on my timeline. Thank you guys for watching. If you want more kind of like half commentary, half makeup style videos like this, I have plenty I can talk about, but they're not going to be like legitimate commentary videos with like evidence and screenshots and proof, because that's a lot of work. So I hope you've enjoyed me ranting for like 40 minutes about the beauty community and everything wrong with it for the most part. Yeah, I hate it here. I hope you guys enjoy this. If you do want more of these videos, let me know. I always have more I can talk about. Feel free to subscribe, like, leave a comment. I'm not going to pressure you, but after this video, I don't blame you if you leave. Basically, we hate the beauty community for the most part. Except Robert Welsh. We stand Robert Welsh. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'm gonna go watch Karmaggedon stream after I edit this for a little bit. It's gonna be a long video. I'm sorry. There's just so much, and I guarantee you I didn't even get to everything. I just tried to. There's so much that I needed to talk about. I just tried to like keep going. But I will. Oh, links are for my socials, and I need to start putting the group channels are in the description. There will be a new group video up tomorrow for Demonic Discussions, which is the group channel that I'm a part of. I uploaded yesterday, actually, on that channel, so you guys should go check it out. I hope you guys are all doing well, and I will see you on the other side.